to record this. And okay, so here we go. And I say we, Erica and I were chatting. Erica is one of the new coaches on the team, and I am super excited to have her. She's already signed up another coach, and she's like rolling. She's ready to do this. She's going to jump on pretty soon too. And she was saying that it might be cool if we all kind of talk about what's working for us, what is, go lay down, go. What's working for us, what we've kind of seen in the last 2 months or in the last year, however long you've been doing this, what is working for you in your business, what's working for you just kind of like in general. 2 things that I want to knock off just at the beginning to kind of get out of the way is 1, Super Saturday is this weekend. If anybody wants to go, find a place local to you. I know that generally Team Flex Force does a virtual one. I think that's probably what we're like me and Charlotte are like, we are a thing. That's what I'm going to end up doing just because with Christmas at home, childcare and everything, it's just not going to work. But it's still pretty cool to go to if you can get to one. 2 is Team Cup. So Team Cup is next month. You do not have to participate, but if you would like to participate, no. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask you to start your video. Team Cup is a group of 5 people that are on a team, obviously, duh. And if everybody on the team hits Success Club in the month, so you just have to help 3 people, then you all get like a sweet swag of some shape of form. Last time it was a sweet ass sweatshirt. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm swearing your son is on. It was a really cool sweatshirt. I know that they do different things. I haven't fully looked it up because, to be honest, I thought it was next month, but it's like signups are next week, like the 12th, and then it will count for February. So February, if you help 3 people, but everybody on the team has to hit it. So everybody on your team of 5. So if you're interested in doing that, I will post like a little poll in the Sparkle Sweat Shine VIP group, and I'll kind of go from there. If we have a lot of interest, I'll make 2 teams. If we don't have a lot of interest, I'll just make a team of 1. And I'm writing myself a note right now to do that as soon as this call is over. So, Team Cup sign up. Sign up. Okay. I don't know if anybody got my Vox this morning, but it was just pretty much challenging you guys. I'm just going to reiterate it here just in case people didn't hear it. I'm challenging everybody to post on your Instagram, Facebook, social media at least once a day this week. I know that sometimes it can be tricky, and I totally get it. I remember when I first started and we had to post like 2 to 4 times a day. And I was like, what am I supposed to post? And it was like really overwhelming and I was kind of freaking out. But 1 post a day, like that's all. So I want you to think right now, I'll give us like 3 minutes to briefly think about like, what are 5 things that define you or that you are interested in that you could make a post about? One of them I'm already giving you is health and fitness. Like post a picture of your workout, post a picture of you drinking Energize, post a like something like that. It does not have to be you with like your Energize, like, hey, or something like that. Like sometimes I just take a picture, like an artsy fartsy picture of like my sneakers or something like that. So I will give you guys 3 minutes. I'll turn the music back on for like 3 minutes just to kind of think of 5 things that define you / like you could make a post about. Literally 3 minutes, nothing craziness here. This time I let you go. This one again? We just had this one. This one's better. Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some love, I ain't keeping out. Wanna ride in the 6. You wanna dine in the 6. But when I leave for a kiss, you said I'll probably send you some bits. And I'm like, hell no. Been waiting too long. Hell no. I want that cool love. Hell no. You can just hit mark all as heard. That's what I do. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Pausing. Pause. Okay, that's like my new jam song. I blur that out like when I'm rocking all by myself in the car. Okay, so I quickly wrote down 4. Obviously, I know I'm supposed to have like 2 more, but I'm not wanting to spend a ton of time on this. So 1 today, I don't know if you guys saw, I posted about being a hot mess mom because that's my freaking life. Like I am just a hot mess. Tomorrow, or I think I just posted about being pregnant, something. So that'll probably come later in the week, but I'll probably talk about something about being pregnant. This is the season of my life right now, and seasons come and go. So like you may be a toddler mom today, you're going to be like a boy mom tomorrow. You're going to be like things are just, they come in phases, and that is okay. Like that's just your life. Like right now, Meredith is in school. Things are like cranking back, but like last week she was on break. So like just keeping things with like the season of your life and how things are going. Yeah, I'm gonna like being pregnant is a pretty cool one because obviously like I can post about the different things, but like when I wasn't pregnant, like we were still just, you know, going through seasons of life. Like Charlotte was starting preschool, and you know, there's just so many different things that you can start. One thing that you should also always have is a transformation picture. You should always have a transformation picture in like your cube block of 12 pictures. So like that's easy. If you post a transformation picture once a week, like boom, you have that. And I'm not saying you have to have a transformation picture of like, here's me in my bikini, like look at me this week compared to that week. Like I have plenty of pictures of me like post or pre-pregnancy with Charlotte to like post-pregnancy now that are just my face, like just showing how much happier I am. So like it doesn't have to be like a progress pic in that way, but just like a transformation, like how your life has changed because of this. And then talking about the community of coaching and not being like, oh my gosh, I love coaching so much, but like there's so many subtle ways to drop hints about, you know, being part of this community. One was obviously sharing. I'm just using this because this is literally like that's most recent in my head, but I talked about the other day how I absolutely love the community and the love that I've gotten from everybody, even though it's been so scary to talk about being pregnant. Like the overwhelming community and support that I've had from my team has been unreal. So even just that, like I wasn't salesy, I didn't talk about, but people are like, oh, she's on a team, I wonder what for. And that's one thing. I'm sorry if I'm like talking too fast or too like crazily right now. But that's one thing that I have found lately. And again, I've been really following one coach in particular, and I've done a few trainings with her, and I just really like the way she does things about you're not selling something. And like when you're in your Instagram stories, like talk about one of your 5 things that you really like, or one of the things, like squeeze in like a coaching thing or a workout thing. And then right after that, like squeeze in another few of your 5 things. So like people are watching you because they like one of your 5 to 10 things about you. And then they're like, oh, I wonder what this like workout coaching thing is that she's doing. And then they're like, oh, I'm going to still watch her though, because I like these things. And so if you're kind of sandwiching all of that, it's encompassing you. And if you were on the new coach call last night, or if you've been on a new coach call last night at all, then you'll know that Rachel talks a lot about like you're selling you. And like I know that sounds like sexual, but it's not. Like, obviously, like, you're selling yourself, and like, you signed up with your coach, you signed up with me because something resonated with you. Like, yeah, I probably reached out to you, but like, something resonated with you. We either had a prior connection, you liked something that you saw on my Instagram, like something resonated with you. And so like someone is going to come to you or sign up with you versus somebody else because, oh, she's a special ed teacher. Oh, that's so cool. She's from South Africa. Like, what? That's so cool. I'm from blah, blah, blah. Or like whatever it may be, like that person is going to sign up with you because they have that connection with you. And Gina Kish just did a quick training that I just watched literally before I came on here. And it was about messaging people. So I know it is the hardest part of this business is reaching out to people. It scares the out of me, and it used to be a lot harder than it is, and it's daunting, and you get a lot of no's. But that one yes, or that one person you make a connection with, and it might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow. Heck, Erica, like, I talked to her forever, and like, we followed each other for a while. Same with Meredith. Like, it took a long time for people to sign up. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. If I get a message that comes across on my Instagram messages and it says like, hey girl, were you interested in trying this new blah, blah, blah? I'm going to be like, no, I'm just going to keep scrolling. Like, make something about you, and it can be in your voice. And I like to say, I hope you don't mind this message. But Gina was saying it doesn't work for her. She has people that are just like, no, like, I already know that's like salesy. I don't like, something is connected with it. So think of something that works for you. Lately, mine has just been like, I hope you don't mind this message. I just want to say thank you so much for the love and support on my page. It really means a lot. Were you interested in what I do as a Fitfluencer or just being an amazing supporter? Boom, that's it. I send it. I literally will mass send that to everybody that likes my post. Done. Same thing with my stories. Hey, thanks so much. Not hey, because I will not say hey, but like, thank you so much for the continual love on my stories. It's so glad that I'm not just talking to myself on here, blah, blah, blah. And I'll post it in. I just recently went back through all of my followers, and anybody who is still continually liking my stuff, even though they haven't signed up with me, or even though we haven't, like, we've chatted before. Hey, thanks so much for the continual love on my page. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a fabulous new year, and I hope that like you are inspired by me to do something great this year or something like that. I forget exactly what it said, but like, I'm not asking them to join. I'm not like pushing any products on them. I'm just letting them know that I'm still here. I still see them watching me, and just kind of letting them know that. Do you send it to every person who likes every post, or just the people who like your fit? No, every post. So that's why it's nice, because when you're posting about those different things, you're getting those people that may, like, I love Rae Dunn. So like today, holy crap, I held up a hot mess Rae Dunn cup, and I've had so many people like, oh my gosh, I love your cup. Oh my gosh, this or whatever. Or like, oh, I'm a hot mess mom too. It's like, yeah, awesome. Like, let's just chat. And they might not know exactly what I do, but then it gives me like the opportunity to even, open that door and connect with them. And sometimes, like when I first started, it was easier to talk to people and be like, where are you from? What do you do? But then that awkward transition of like, oh, do you work out? Here's what I do kind of thing. It was kind of awkward. And so I just found like getting down to the point of like, thank you so much. Were you interested in joining me in what I do, becoming a Fitfluencer or something like that? Like, that's just kind of what I did. And feel free to unmute yourselves if you have a question, or you can just drop it in the chat. So I would love to hear like what is working for you. Also, Meredith, I totally have never creeped your website before, and I creeped it last night, and it's freaking awesome. If anybody has like extra time on their hands and they want to go over to Meredith's Instagram, sorry, she's on this side of me, so that's why I'm pointing at her. It's so cute. She made like this little, she made this website, and it's kind of like a link. It's from her Linktree, and oh, it's about to get real crazy in here because my family just got home. but it's super cute, and I do not have the time to do something like that. I would love to, but it is so cute. So I love it. If anybody wants to make one, I'm sure Meredith would be more than happy to show us how to do it, but it is so awesome. I love it. I love it, and it makes you look super professional too. I was like watching it, I'm like, oh dang, I need to get my stuff together for this. Okay, so I said I was going to open it up, and that was kind of like me being like, Meredith, that's like your thing that you're really, but if anybody has anything that seems to be working for them really well, or they want me to chat about anything else specific, again, you can either drop it in I need to learn to talk. You can either drop it in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and talk.
I don't know if I have anything that's actually working for me right now. Everybody just keeps telling me that this isn't a good time, even though it's a new year. And I was like, what?
So that's my biggest objection that I have fought with often, because that's the biggest thing that I get. It's either not the right time, or it's too much money, or what's the other thing? I'm really, really busy. That's the ones I get the most. And I used to be really, really bad at objections. And how I look at it now is like, who cares what this person thinks of me? Like, I'm never going to see them again in my life, probably. And if it is somebody that's closer to me, I tend to err a little bit more, I don't want to say kinder, because really I say the same thing, but I'm just like, you really owe it to yourself as like a human to be taking 30 minutes a day for yourself to like be better. Or, I can send you, I have like a list of objections and kind of how I go about them, and you get better and more, I shouldn't say better, you get more confident about battling them. And I think one of the better ones, hey, there you go. I think one of the things is video chatting people. Like, I always will like send them a thing. Coming in with tears. And that's kind of what I do. So I don't know if that helps. Go ahead, talk, Cindy. Just unmute yourself. Oh, unmute. There you go. You're unmuted.
Whenever I'm running, like when music goes out right there, and it goes back in. Yeah, I don't know why.
I can't hear you. I didn't hear anything. Did anybody else hear what she just said? We couldn't hear you.
I want to see the kid.
I'll let her call you after this.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything that's right? Erica, do you have something, or Krishna or Michelle or Cynthia, anybody have something that's working for them? Or has a question?
No, I'm still having a problem finding the right followers. I think that I'm hitting groups of ladies that have already been approached by something about Beachbody, or just think somebody wants to sell them, or I'm just not hitting the right group. So if anybody has any tips about, I know Stephanie, you and I had the conversation, finding your right hashtag groups, that are not like over 1 million people and stuff like that. And really, I watched a video on YouTube that Tina sent about, creating your hashtags and building on the same ones over and over. So if anybody has any tips on that, let me know.
I'm almost positive, and I cannot remember. I think I've posted it before. The Jen Richardson training on Instagram, and I will write myself a note right now to go double check after this. But one of the girls on Team Flex Force has been doing this method of finding Instagram followers, and she has close to 9,000 followers, and she said they're good followers. Like, they are good as in like her niche and moms and this and that, and she's able to talk to them and stuff. And I think also like using those posts that are not just like all fitness posts, you seem to attract more people that way too, because people are, you know, it's hard because when you share your fitness posts, like normally we use posts that are like, oh, hashtag fit mom, hashtag this, but like all the other Beachbody coaches have already used that, which is, I totally get it. I even get it with like, I use hashtag girl mom sometimes, and they're like, that's saturated. Instagram used to have this thing, and I don't know if they do anymore. I'm going to check right now. I don't think they do though. When you go to like the search bar and then oh my gosh, I hate when people like and you go to tags, like hashtags, and you type in girl mom. Like I just typed in girl mom. At the top, it used to give you like other suggestions of what you could search. But like I might just go into a girl mom picture and kind of see what she used for her hashtags and see if it was anything kind of different. So like this girl wrote like, send help, who put me in charge, adulting is hard. Like, just those kind of different ones. So just to get your stuff, how to find those hashtags, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is like, that's how you can find them, is type in a hashtag like fit mom and then go into the fit moms and see like what hashtags they're using. But definitely watch Jen's training. It's really, really good. I'll post that after this.
I just had a question. So I remember like a while back in one of Rachel's trainings, she said that you shouldn't be following more than like 1,000 to 2,000 people or something. Is that still like, I shouldn't be following more than that many people? Because I feel like I unfollow people, but then
You lose
I
followers.
don't think they unfollow me back because I unfollowed them, so then I lose followers. So I don't really know.
So I think it's hard because Instagram is always changing. And I think that what I tell you today is going to be way different than what I tell you to do tomorrow. Most recently, Instagram has been a lot like Facebook. They're wanting you to make like personal connections and make comments on other people's things, watch other people's stories. I have not been unfollowing people. I understand that, like, I don't know. I understand it's good to unfollow people because you don't want to have a ton of people that you're following. But I know when I go and search somebody and they have 13,000 followers and they're only following 1,000, I'm like, oh, they're definitely in some weird business thing. That's the first thing that comes to my brain. And I just, for me personally, I would rather work with somebody who's more personal than somebody who I'm just a number to. In that sense, I feel like I'm just a number to somebody. And this goes with Gina W. was talking about the Jen Richardson training and what she has been doing lately. And that's one of the things. She has not been unfollowing people. And I think maybe once you get into those like 19,000 followers, maybe you could go ahead and like unfollow some people, but I like to keep my followers because also then that gives me that connectability with them that I can go ahead and like watch their Instagram stories and comment on their stories, and they know like, oh, she's watching, you know, my life too, as well as I'm watching hers, even if I'm just clicking on a story or two and replying to them. That's how I've gotten a lot of people too, is I've watched a random story and just said, oh my gosh, that looks so good. What is it? Can I have the recipe? People love to be able to give their input to you. And so even just showing that you care, that goes a long way too. And again, if they don't sign up today, they might not sign up today or tomorrow, but if they're watching you for a while and you're reaching out to them, it'll definitely come back around.
I definitely do unfollow people. So like every so often, if I haven't made the connection, or if I'm not messaging them, or if I'm not watching their stories, or if I just feel like I followed them or I started following them a month or two ago and we still haven't chatted, bye. Just because I feel like I like to watch stories that help me grow. And if they're not adding value, I, like Meredith said, we're going to have 2,000 people that we're following, and, you know, what kind of benefit do they offer? And the other thing I just wanted to say about unfollowing people, do y'all listen to the like Beachbody podcast for coaches?
The National Wake Up Call?
Is that what it's called?
On Mondays?
I know it's by Shalene.
Oh, no, this must be something different. Okay.
Yeah, well, the Shalene Johnson podcast, I listen to those, and they're so good. Like, if y'all don't listen to them, I think that it's definitely going to add value to your business. I think Krishna was talking about, like, a lot of people, like, the rejections, like, a lot of people saying no. Currently, a lot of people are very interested because of the new year on, like, for me. But I really feel like that podcast by Shalene Johnson, sometimes I think she does it with her son. They're so good. I've gotten so many tips from them. So I just wanted to throw it out there.
Is it just on like podcasts or whatever?
Yeah, like if you go to Audible.
Yep.
Not Audible, sorry. If you go to your podcast app on the iPhone.
Yep.
And just search like Beachbody Shalene Johnson and she'll come up.
She has like a push book too that I saw was pretty. You, Cynthia, did some, right? Of Shalene. Yeah.
Yeah, how do I get on here?
Now I'm like pulling up my podcast. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. Rachel Hollis has one too called Rise, and it's really, really good. Oh, I think you just unmuted yourself. And if you haven't, not Audible, but podcast is a way to go for like your PD too, instead of buying Audible. Okay, I think you're unmuted now.
Okay. Yeah, I bought all her books. Don't waste your money. I mean, I could copy and paste them, and show them to you. I think I want to say I spent like $75 on them. I got 3 books, and I think I used maybe a day or two. It's nothing out of the unusual. I do watch a lot of Shalene stuff, but I followed her for a while. I would say a good 3 months nonstop. I did all her stuff, but yeah, not a fan anymore.
No.
But don't waste your money on the books. I still have 2 books that I haven't even touched. They're all the same. They just have different covers on the tops of them. And literally it's something you can make in Word for yourself. I can maybe copy and paste when I get back home what it looks like and put it in the VIP group. And if anyone wants to print them out, literally you can print it out. Every single day was the same thing.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. It is good to have some type of book planner, something to kind of hold, yourself accountable. Obviously, like tracking. That's one thing I will chat about because Erica, I know you had talked about it. If you're not tracking your conversations, I used to do really good with this. I used Teamzy, which you do have to pay for. I think it's $33 a month, but I got it for there's a trial period. So it's like $3 a month. And then if you like it, I really liked Teamzy because it told you who to follow up with and when. You would put in their information and say what you chatted about and where you left off, and you could put follow up 1, follow up 2 kind of thing. I stopped because it's $33 a month, and I was trying to transition over to Streak. Google Streak is free. It's just kind of an add-on that you can add onto your computer or your Google. I'm still trying to figure Google Streak out. And in that transition from Teamzy to Streak, I obviously found out I was pregnant. Everything kind of went down the tubes. I kind of don't want to say that I gave coaching. My husband's over here making inappropriate comments. I just lost tracking. And so I've lost a lot of people because I'm not tracking those people. Do not have your husband come home in the middle of a call. So I lost a lot of people. So even if you're just paper and penciling who you're talking to, write it down. do something, because it definitely has made me lose a lot of potential clients, or forget, like, oh my gosh, I forgot to follow up with this person. The fortune is in the follow-up. Like, these people are not going to come to you. You're going to have to go to them and be like, hey, did you ever check that link out that I sent you? Hey, I know 3 months ago we chatted about this, and then like crickets, but do you want to join again? And that's the thing, is I follow up with people 7 times. So even if they don't say yes, or they say nothing, like if they liked my post or they commented on my poll, I'm going to reach out to them 7 times. And it might be over the course of like 3 months or a year. Like I told you, those people that are still following me, still liking my stuff, I'm still going into them right now being like, hey, thanks for continually liking my stuff. Happy New Year. Blah. Like that's still making a follow-up connection as far as I'm concerned. So that's kind of.
Hey, Steph.
Yes.
I'm doing it kind of the old-fashioned way still. I have a notebook, and I just put tabs of everyone's names and everything that maybe I've talked to them about, or what they bought, or what they're interested in, and maybe some things they told me about themselves. So then I go back and just revisit it. The last time I talked to them, just pen and paper works too for people that can't afford things.
Oh yeah, and for people that can't afford things, this leads me into free groups. Erica, is like, I've had really good luck. My best free group, and I will always say this, is my water challenge. Everybody wants to drink more water. Like who doesn't? And so I just put like a Facebook group together for a whole week. And I tell people like, here's a free group. Let's drink more water together. And I've had like 70 people in a group. And from there, I'm getting people to know me, like me, trust me. And then at the end of the week, I'm like, if you want something more like this, then you can join my boot camp. And it has not just water inspiration, but also like workout and all that other stuff. Also, I've run like a fitness challenge for a week. And it's been either like they use Clean Week. I don't do a lot of the 2-week free trials, or they just stay active, like however they want to work out or whatever. The recipe challenge, yeah, that went well for you. So anything like you could do. So I know one of the coaches did like how to save money, like tips on saving money, how to stop drinking coffee. Like there are so many free groups, and then you get people to like you, follow you. Hey, I joined this free group with Erica and it was really, really good. Like you should join her next one. When I was a new coach, I swear I did free groups once a month, once every other month. Like I was doing them all the time just to get people to join my free group, see what the free group was about. And even if they didn't join me right then or there, they would, I still have people that are kind of tailing along since I've first started coaching that I'm like, someday they're going to sign up someday. But that is that. Does anybody else have any questions? Because for the last 3 minutes, I'm going to talk about signing up a coach if nobody has any questions. Okay. So obviously, like some of you are signing up coaches that are want to work, coaches that are just discount coaches. So if you sign up a discount coach, I totally give them the option to join in like the Sparkle Sweat Shine VIP page. That's where like obviously they're more than welcome to be on these trainings and stuff. If they're just wanting the discount, I give them that option. If they're like, no, I want to work this business, I'm like, great, here's a training, here's the team page, I'm going to add you in. I would love for you to be on our team calls Monday nights. You are, again, more than welcome to have them join anything in here. You guys are more than welcome to be in Flex Force as well. I just hate to add people to all of these groups at once and say, here you go, here's everything that you need to know within like your first. I just think it's very, very overwhelming. But I don't want to like leave you not seeing everything. I just make sure I think that new PowerPoint that I put together has like a lot of what they need to do in the first 30 days. Like you can send that to them and just be like, here's this. If you want to send them the Flex Training Academy, you totally can do that as well. Because that kind of has a lot of those videos. If they want to work through it, they can. And I think that you have the ability, if you're in the Flex Training Academy, it is stuck. then you can add people in there. And if you can't, I can figure out a way to get them. But certainly add them into Sparkle Sweatshine VIP and get them on these team calls. Obviously, I know things have been like wonky with Sparkle Sweatshine and Flex Force. Flex Force is our bigger team. This is like our team. You are more than welcome to join in on the Flex Force calls. Obviously, Rachel is the one who is like Mama Bear of Flex Force, and I am Mama Bear of Sparkle Sweatshine, and you're Mama Bear of whatever team you decide to name your team. And that's just kind of how it's your choice when you want to branch off and do your own thing. And if you have any more like specific direct questions about that, I can either have a different call about that, or you can like Vox me or anything. We're running down to like a hard minute here. So Rachel does have a call tonight at 8 o'clock. If anybody wants to jump on, I believe the person is Sydney is her name. I'm looking it up right now so I could tell you, but it's of course not going to pull up right at the second. I don't know, but it's Sydney something. She is going to be talking tonight at 8, so like literally in 20 minutes. If you want to jump on, if not, do not feel like you have to. She always posts them, and she always posts them in FlexForce. So again, that's like a good place to check for more trainings if you're looking for it. I'm going to take a quick pic because if we didn't document it, didn't have them, right? Right. Smile.
I made a alarm.
Okay, I did it. But yeah, feel free, like box me, message me, anything that you need to do. If anybody wants like a one-on-one or just like a work sesh or has any other questions, or if they want to talk to my husband, Chris, he's a wealth of information. But if not, like just let me know. And thank you for jumping on. This is the most people that's ever been on the call. So I'm like super pumped, and I'm getting people to help like from different perspectives get on these calls as well. So hopefully that will be coming soon.